Lemmy, Lemmy, Lemmy! Come on, Shadow! Shadow, come on!
So we're just getting ready to go to the market where the food swap is. So it's a little country market all about growing it, making it and breeding it. So there's not usually any animals there, but there is a lot of plants, and that's why we go, because there's lots of weird and wonderful plants. And of course the swap table. So I'm going to show you what I'm taking to swap. We've got a bottle of our seaweed solution. I've got 8 raspberry cross blackberry canes. I've got a couple of Tagasaskis. I've got a couple of bunches of coriander, a couple of bunches of black Tuscan kale, and a bunch of this beautiful red Russian kale. I think that's everything. Oh, of course, a lovely bunch of flowers. We've just finished at our local market and I swapped all my produce. I got half a purple cabbage. I got a dozen eggs. This should help us out while we're still combating our girls eating their eggs. I got a heap of oranges, the kids have already eaten a heap, and a few limes. And I also bought these tamarillos. They were 50 cents each, so I got 5. I got some because we're growing some and I wanted to try them. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is because they grow very easily from seed, and I thought that we could harvest a few seeds and propagate some more plants. And so this is coming out of our sale fund, so $2.50 coming out of there, so it should leave us with about $12 in there. So we've got to sell a few more things so we can buy some more dairy and some wheat in about a month. But yes, it's a pretty good swap. I'm really excited about that. We took a lot of our excess produce that we don't need. That's the nature of these swaps, and we got to come back with a heap of fruit which we're not growing, some eggs which we really need, and I'm out of cabbages in the garden, so that was really nice to have a cabbage there too. We just stopped on the side of the road and found these lemonade lemons. These are a cross of lemon and mandarin, and they're super sweet. You can eat them as a mandarin, which I'm going to do now, and they smell absolutely amazing, so an extra score today. By on the side of the road, I mean they were in a basket at the front of someone's house, free for people to take. They must have had heaps of extras. So this is them peeled and segmented, so just like a mandarin. I'm going to try it now.
These are really sour.
They're really sour, but they're not terrible. I could eat a whole one of those and it not be a terrible experience. But certainly not as sweet as a mandarin is. Jennifer's broken in to say hello to us. This is Clarissa's friend. Clarissa's got a lamb. Jennifer had a lamb that died. She was the one that shared it with Eugene. She's starting to shed at the moment. But I'm about to go check the eggs and see if our golf balls have worked. And that way we might be able to have eggs for lunch, which we might anyway because we got some from the food swap.
Hey!
I'm really frustrated. We got 1 egg. It's still early, it's lunchtime, so there's a possibility that they might lay some more eggs, but we know how this started. It's when we were feeding out the pub scraps. They've got eggshells in them from when they cook, and it's completely screwed us over. I know, apart from getting rid of all my chickens and starting again, I just don't know what to do. The real reason we go to the market is the plants. We've visited our favourite plant lady and our favourite plant man. We've done a vlog on him before, Steve at the Botanic Ark, and we got this beautiful bunya pine. This is a native Australian pine tree with edible nuts. It will take a long time to produce it, but it is such a beautiful tree, and hopefully one day we get to taste the nuts. It's an indigenous food, so that's pretty cool. I can't remember what this mint is called, but it's a medicinal Italian mint and it smells amazing. It's really, really sweet. And it's not an invasive mint like the other ones. This is a yellow guava, a coastal guava. So we have to find a frost-free position for that. What else do we get? We also got a stone pine. We've already got one in the ground, but this is a second one. It's a little bit leggy because he's got no sunlight because he's got so many trees on his property. It's beautiful. But these are the pine trees that create pine nuts. So this is our second one. It will go out into full sun and it will go, will thrive. And then from our favorite plant lady, we got this one, which is a strawberry guava. And it's really huge, but it's got strawberry flavored fruits. So we'll pop that in a frost-free position as well. But we love going to these markets, the two markets that we go to, because the value for money on their plants is amazing. For the size that you get, like this bunya pine cost me $20, which is ridiculous considering how old it is and how amazing it is and rare it is as well. You can only find it in certain pockets of Australia. Yeah, so we love going to these markets. It's just lots of fun. After the market, we spent 4 hours searching for Paul's phone because he left it on top of the car, drove off with it there, and it flew off. We tracked it, we tracked my phone and found an address for it, but the address was actually 15 minutes away to where it was actually found. I ended up ringing it and she picked up. She had put the SIM out of the phone and popped it into her phone, and I rang and got to pick it up. But she also posted on the notice board, which I wanted to look at, but I was too busy trying to track it and looking at the window to go on the notice board yet, but I was going to pop on there later. So I'm glad that we found it, even though it's trashed. So even though it's trashed, at least we have it back and we can potentially fix it. But we've got a delivery of 2 drakes coming in about an hour. They were trying to rehome them together because they're quite friendly, so we're going to take them on. They're black and white drakes, muscovy drakes, so we're just getting an area ready for them. Gonna put in a little pond for them and get their bedroom all set up for them. So looking forward to that, looking forward to meeting them, so that should be fun for us. So we're going to move the ducks into this area. This is our carport area. It's a little bit unused and they can still get out and free range all over, but my geese are nesting at the moment, and that means that they're very, very, very aggressive and they're not playing nice. And my chickens are over that side, my geese are over on that side, and this is right in the middle. So we can let them out every day. We walk past here many times a day. And they can go wherever they want and free range. And they're also safe. The foxes don't come up to this area, so they're nice and safe. And we can still lock them up in their little home, a little cute little roundhouse home. Various animals have used this since we've been here. Some of the sheep use it to sleep in at night if they're in this area, but they don't need to because they've got the sheds over there. So looking forward to having the ducks in here. I love ducks. It's been a bit of a crazy day, so food has been a bit of a shamble. For breakfast we had crumpets with last season's preserved crab apple, so crab apple jelly. And then for lunch we were going to have lovely eggs that we got from the food swap, but because we had to go look for Paul's phone, it just didn't happen. So instead we had leftovers, or me and Paul had leftovers. Israel had some more lemon sago, and the 2 younger kids had the yogurt that I had made from the funds from the Sal kitty. And I don't really know what's for dinner yet. We've got some steak out, so it'll be steak and veg or salad of some sort. But we're just waiting on these ducks to arrive and really looking forward to it. And we've made a nice little home for them too, so it should be good.
My little poochie. No, that's an illegal.
It's alright.
me. I got Zara's hat. Just sleep in the corner.
Do you think that that's all like it in here?
Yeah, perfect. Mommy. It's going to be perfect for them to move.
Did you find a word?
And it's named Poopy. Yeah. It's a nice name for him.
Is it?
And it's a worm. That's why.
The boys have arrived. Look how beautiful they are. Hi. 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 Be friends. It's feeding time. Hello. Hi. Hi. You can't wait. What are you doing? This one took the bottle by itself. Just tipped it over and started drinking.
Must be thirsty.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that.
Stub. Stump. Stumpy.
He likes milk. Why does he make bubbles?
You're drinking it so fast.
He's so thirsty. I'm doing you next.